the boys tried. I think they tried. I can't blame them for effort, but sometimes effort doesn't really win your football matches. And I think it was just the quality of their team and the experience that they had. They knew what to do in the right moments. Whereas for us, every time we build up and get ourselves in a decent position, we tend to give the ball away and um and yeah, that becomes difficult, if you want to get back into the game, score goals. But the final pass in the final third is a big factor, and it was lacking today. So, and then we go concede a soft goal where I think we were kind of covered from the cross, us winning it, and you see two players go for the same Raja player and leaves one player right in the center of the goal free, and they get the second goal, and then there's really no coming back from that. So yeah, it's a pity and it's a shame because I think we were very decent at home the previous two games, and today was just a completely different story. Um, I don't know, nerves, the occasion maybe too big for us, and that's so. Yeah, there's not very much I can say about the performance and that, but it is what it is. I have to commend the players for trying. They gave it everything, but the opposition, the quality that they have in the team, the depth was just far bigger than us, and we weren't able to get ourselves back into the game, get ourselves a goal, and then maybe making a contest of the game, and that's how the cookie crumbled. So we also didn't create as many chances as you would think. How our last two matches panned out, where we won and we created so many chances against opposition, and you don't score them. And today we couldn't break them down, and when you can't do that and you allow the opposition to get in behind and score goals, then yeah, it's a long, very long day, and the result at the end of the day, end of 90 minutes, are gonna be in favor of the opposition, and that's what it was today. So tough luck, and you take it on the chin, and you give yourself this extreme mountain to climb. Now you kind of rely on other games, other results, hoping that the results favor you in the next game that's about to kick off, or that's kicked off already against Arroya and Satif, but not how we wanted it to be. And yeah, that's it really. I think we gave ourselves a mountain to climb. It's very difficult now, and especially with the fact that you saw Arroya's last match at home against Raja. They beat them, so they are also a difficult team to go away to and go and win a game. But I think we have to be positive. We can't be like we go into a funeral. We have to be upbeat about the situation. And Raja came here and they had a fantastic game, and then they got the result that they wanted. They scored two goals. Maybe we can do exactly the same as well, but that's going to be very difficult now. So yeah, it's not ideal situation for me and the team. We want to rely on other people. We like to have our fate in our own hands. It's about working hard, taking opportunities, and today we certainly didn't do that. And the better team won. So, we're in a really sticky situation. But like I said, one game to go, anything is possible. I think the boys, if they come together, um, and they really want to continue in this competition very badly, then they gotta really go out there, show bravery, they gotta show heart, they gotta show character to go away from home to try and overturn, one match to get a win, and then hopefully the match against Raja and Setif as a positive outcome for us, So yeah, so now it's just hoping and praying that everywhere else the results work in our favor and that we can go away from home to Haroya and get a result. That's what it all pans down to, but it's difficult, very difficult situation that we've left ourselves in now. No, obviously it's never ideal when you have to make a substitute in the first half of the match, and especially when it's forced because um, we thought having a false nine, could help us drag their central defenders out, and then we can use the space in at the back for the likes of Memela and Kalinga to run into there with the pace that they have, because the central defenders are um, they're very strong and physical in the dual battles, but I think in behind for pace they lack a bit, and we had um, we had pace in abundance, and then obviously with Mulenga now going off, which kind of defeat the purpose where we wanted to get in behind them, and now we have to bring in a regular number nine that compete physicality, which all credit to him. He came in and they did a wonderful job. But, it just became a bit into their hands. The game plan fell into their hands because now they were competing and they were fighting against physicality, and we couldn't get in really behind them. So yeah, which made it a bit difficult for us having to change so early in the game. But nevertheless, the change didn't really do that much because they still managed to score the all important goals, and we didn't. So yeah, so compare. Besides today, we've created numerous chances against Raja. The first match, we could have had 2 goals to the goods, and we ended up with 0 against Oroya. I think we could have won easily 3 or 4-0. We only won 1-0, and all the missed chances that we had, to kill the game. And then against Setif at home, same thing. You see the amount of chances we created, and it was clear-cut goal-scoring chances just to put the ball on target, and then it's a goal, and you don't get that, and you only win by 1-0. And Setif away from home, 3 glorious chances that we also had, and you don't hit the target. Yeah, then it becomes difficult. And now your home game, 0 goals. So psychologically, it is difficult. It's difficult for the players, but like I said, you have to be mature about it, and they just have to keep playing the way we are, keep fighting, and hopefully that by a stroke of luck, the ball goes in the net and it changes the player's fortune, and then goals will start coming. But yeah, it is difficult and it is worrying that we've not scored as many goals as we would have liked to. So I think yeah, they're a very experienced team. They've got good quality. Well, very well organized as well. So I can't see why not, why they can't have, successful run against these teams. They clearly, and also they know where the net, they know where the goals are. They score goals. They're a team that don't struggle to score goals. So yeah, I think they could fancy their chances. This group isn't a slouch group, and I think there's teams in this group, if they progress, they can compete against teams in the other group. But it only gets tougher from here. Once you get out the group stages, that's when you're gonna come across the real McCoys, all the big boys, in the respective countries. So those are the challenges. But I think yeah, teams that progress from this group, they've got what it takes to go and compete, and they can certainly do that. And I think yeah, Raja has every chance, has that Al Ahly, um, Esperance, Sundowns have. So yeah, so they've got good quality. And we stood our ground, but you could see just a level, they were just a little bit a level above us because of the experience and the season campaigners in this CAF Champions League and be its first timer. So it was tough, but we definitely gave it a good go. The team is, it's a lot of matches, a lot of traveling. Sometimes get and we rotate and it's not you're not always going to get the best performance. You come up against teams who's firing from all cylinders, and they get one opportunity, they take them, and you don't take your chances. You lose by 1-0. Then people look for players not performing and that. So it's not a question of having to bolster. It's just a question of it's been a really long and tough and hard season for our team, with with Champions League challenges that we're up against as well. So yeah, listen, I can't ask any more of these guys. They give me everything. They come to training every single day and you see the quality. They work exceptionally hard, but there's nothing you can do on the end of the day when the opposition has just a bit more quality or more conviction than what you have on the day of the match. And you got to take it and you got to just work on things and work on things until you get it right. But you can't now say because we've conceded or we've lost the game now it's the central pairs are maybe not good enough and they bolstered last season. They were exceptional, but you know, I'm someone who went to Europe and I didn't want to play 1 season or 2 seasons. I wanted to complete. I wanted to finish my career in Europe because I think that was the best for me and for my family and for what I want to achieve out of life and what I want to achieve. So I knew every year I have to get better because I'll be out the door. And I did it for 15 years, you know, because I wanted it. And that is what players have to do. To stay at the top, you can't just settle for, I did well last season and that will be enough to keep me there. No, every year there's youngsters coming in, there's new challenges, and you've got to rise with the occasion, you've got to rise with the challenges. So it's about improving yourself, better yourself every year, and don't just be comfortable with where you are. And that's the difference. So when you have a bit of success, you can't lie on your morals because you were successful last season and now you want to be exactly the same as you were the new season because teams will analyze you and they say, okay, this was the strength of that team. This season we prepare and that. So now your team has to take it a notch up because what they prepare for, what you did last season, now you've got something new in store for them. But if you're not up for that challenge, then of course you're gonna have difficulties, and that's how it is. And for me, it's just a fact that when South African players, because I'm gonna say it because it's a South African thing, when you're successful, you've arrived, and you don't need to be successful anymore. That's it, and that's why you see. Name me one player who has success 2, 3 years in a row. One player. I'm gonna give you an example. Not that I'm pinpointing and I'm saying anything about this. I'm just saying. A few years ago, Spilela Ndlovu, player of the season for Maritzburg United. Am I right? Where was the consistency there? For me, fantastic player, deserved it, but there, I can give you one player that I can say, okay, there's an example. But why must there be an example of one player? Why can't I say that one, that one, that one, that one, that one? Because you go to Europe, Kylian Mbappe. Since 19 years old, he's been doing it. We're still talking about him, and he's going to be replacing Messi and Ronaldo. Messi and Ronaldo, they do it for 15 years consecutive. non-stop because they know you have to improve. Yeah, if you want to be the best, if you want to be at the highest level, you gotta take it a notch up. You can't just be in third gear and expect you done. Hey, I finished third or second. In third gear, I can stay in third gear. Good luck, someone else is gonna come. He's gonna go to fifth gear and leave you still behind in third gear. And that's how it is. Temazwani, one of the most consistent players for me in the league. That's a player I can tell you, season after season after season, the same performance, the same performance, and he goes higher and higher. But how many other players can I name that I can say has been consistent? And that's a South African thing. It's a South African mentality that if I have 3, 4 good games, I've arrived, and now I don't need to want to achieve anymore. And that's what I want to change. I want to make a difference. I want players to understand life is not just about being successful for 1 year and then you disappear off the face of the earth after that, but they remember you for that year. You must be remembered for year after year after year because that's who you are. That's you want success all the time. If you taste success, success breeds success. If you taste it, then you enjoy it, then you want to stay there. So whether I'm becoming demanding, I don't think I'm demanding. I just want that the players give themselves a little bit. If you give 60%, next season, give 70%. It's not that hard. So when you don't succeed after that, then it's always the coach's fault. Which I accept, but I'm never gonna change how I am. I tried, my man. Huh? Good luck.